Milk, we can't guarantee. Cheese is bad, don't disagree. Butter, ew, like high key. Forced to be dairy free.
Hey folks, we made a forced banana free week 4. Today, we'll be making enchilada tacos. I saw your hand there, Shitty.
Yeah, okay. Is that it? That's all you gotta say?
Yeah.
Yes, we're making enchilada tacos. This is the new regular favorite of our household.
Yes.
Yes. So we're gonna go over the ingredients for our enchilada tacos.
Yes.
We have a couple things already going over here on the stove. First of all, I browned, or browning, 1.5 pounds of venison, ground venison. And I already put some salt and pepper on that ground venison. I'm also going to go ahead and put some garlic powder. About a teaspoon of garlic powder on the ground venison while that's browning. I also, in the cast iron skillet, have put down these chipotle peppers. Where's the can of chipotle peppers?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know. So it's an 8-ounce can of chipotle peppers and adobe sauce. And I've been cooking that in the cast iron skillet, and I can already tell, you can see kind of looking at it, it's cooked quite a bit. The whole house smells like adobe sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and toss these other ingredients in before I talk about them. So I'm going to put in a can of the medium heat enchilada sauce. And then a 10-ounce can of the mild heat enchilada sauce. Alright, now I'll go over the other ingredients. So the other ingredients that we have for this dish, we have about a bundle of cilantro here that I've already diced up. We have about half dozen fairly large green onions.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And you also can get some white onions if you want for toppings for this dish, but the green onions work out nice. I use the entire green onion on this. And for my spices that I'm going to add to the enchilada sauce right here is I have a tablespoon of the cumin, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of ancho chili pepper, a teaspoon, not tablespoons, teaspoon of cinnamon, and then I added a tablespoon of garlic powder. So a tablespoon of the garlic powder and the cumin and the smoked paprika and the ancho chili pepper, and this just a teaspoon of the cinnamon. And I'm going to go ahead. This is cooking on a medium heat, and my brown burger is on a medium heat also. I'm going to go ahead and add all my seasoning. So I'm trying to really get here with that adobe sauce that I had with that chipotle pepper and this mix of seasonings, is I really like that smoky flavor to be in my enchilada sauce. This took me quite a bit of work to get to. I think it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
You agree?
Very tasty.
Very tasty even.
Very tasty.
So eventually, just to let you know, I am going to take the chipotle peppers out of this dish. So I'm being really, you can notice I'm being really gentle when I stir this, because I don't really want all the hot flakes to pop out of those chipotle peppers and make this a really, really hot dish and unbearable to taste. I just want the smoky flavor of the adobe and the smokiness that came from kind of browning those peppers in the skillet. So I added that. I'm going to add my diced tomatoes now. These are diced tomatoes with green chilies. I'm going to put that into the brown burger. So that brown burger had pepper, and it had, wrong one. Had pepper, and I also put some kosher salt. And that is all I'm going to do with the burger for right now.
Sounds good.
That's for right now.
For right now.
That'll change later.
That'll change later.
Yes, that'll be key. That's why you need to watch to the end, or this isn't going to taste right.
Yeah.
You're going to wonder what I was doing.
Yeah.
Alright, so that burger, that is deer burger, so that's 1.5 pounds. And it's not going to reduce. There's not any oil left in it, so it's 1.5 pounds of burger in there. Keep that in mind with your ingredients, because I did have in the ingredients for the menu, take this serious. For the menu, I put down 10 ounces of the medium enchilada sauce and 10 ounces of the mild.
Check.
but I have an extra 10 ounces because with this pound and a half of deer burger not cooking down, I might be a little light on the sauce, so I'm going to keep an extra 10 ounces on the side. That's not in the ingredients I sent you, just to make sure I have enough sauce at the end. All right, because the sauce is boss.
Yes, sir.
I also diced up 2 avocados. I'll probably use 3, but here's another lesson I'm learning. Only use what you know you're going to need because you can always make more. Brilliant, right? Yeah. So I can always dice up another avocado, no big deal. So we're going to let this cook down. I want the sauce to simmer and get some flavor for about 10 minutes. And then we'll be back to making our tortillas.
Yep.
The sauce has cooked for about 10 to 15 minutes, letting all the different spices. What? Oh yes, it does smell. It smells great. Letting all the spices really mix in with the other flavors here. I'm going to turn down both the burger and the enchilada sauce down to a low heat. I'm going to give this burger a stir, and I have been stirring this periodically. Again, I've been really gentle with this sauce because this can get a little spicy in a hurry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out, I'm going to lose some sauce in this process, but I am going to take out those peppers. Kind of sift it through a slotted spoon here. Try to leave as much sauce as I can in there. Luckily there's not a lot of peppers, so this doesn't take too long to do. This would have been a good job for you, Cameron. Well, you didn't pick this up. Because you know what you can do?
What?
So can you add a little bit of that oil into that skillet?
For sure.
I'll tell you when. Hurry, what? Go on now. Okay, that's good. Oh! So just a little less than a tablespoon. I'm going to remove that, and I'll tell you why here in a second. And I'm going to get this going on a medium-high heat. So that oil there was part of the shallot oil that we used when we made shallots for our ahi tuna poke bowls. And this is about coming to expiration, and it's really good using that oil on this kind of finishing touch. I've been using that oil on a few of our dishes that I've been making this past couple weeks, so I definitely recommend doing that. That was kind of new to me, and it adds just a little extra bit of love in the flavor of the oil there. What do you guys say about that?
Love.
Yeah.
In the oil.
Did I sound that weird when I said it?
Yeah, like a little extra.
Okay.
Love in the oil.
That is weird. Like Barry Manilow.
Yes. Yes.
Not that I have a problem with Barry Manilow. Do you know who Barry Manilow, or Barry White maybe? Some other Barry. Alright, I think I have all the peppers out of there. If not, someone will definitely find out. I just want to make sure to get enough of the peppers with that adobe sauce to cook in with the enchilada sauce to get all the nice smoky flavors. So that's what I really like. So this next part's going to be a little bit station to station, and it's going to take a little bit of time. I have my sauce and I have my burger ready. I'm going to get my corn tortillas close by. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this in the enchilada sauce on each side. Okay. Cover it really good. Shake off all the excess. This gets pretty messy. I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I like
And I'm going to put it down to this hot oil. Kind of stir it around there, get a little hot. And I'm going to let that cook for about 30 seconds on each side. And then I'm going to set them on the plates. And we'll get back with you when we get all 5 plates set.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Okay, we're about done with all of our tortillas. We're on our last one. And I want to show you, this is probably the hardest part. It is the hardest part of the job. You can see it gets pretty smoky in here. I don't know if you can tell smoke. As I've been going, I've been adding just enough oil here to be able to cook my tortilla, about a half a tablespoon at a time per tortilla. And do tortilla, Cameron. Tortilla down.
Tortilla down.
Tortilla down, that happens.
Tortilla down.
If I'm keeping my oil hot, get a better tortilla. You're getting fragile. And you may be able to see, you may not be able to see, that my enchilada sauce has really started to get used up. Most of the sauce is in the tortilla. So I have that going hot. When I put it in, I really let it get around here, spread around, let it fill in the oil. Again, that's going to be about 30 seconds per side. You can see, hopefully, from a distance how these look as you're cooking them. They get pretty charred and black. That's the way you want them. Very tasty. A few things that you have to do along the way, just to let you know. You're going to burn, every now and then you're going to have some burn crisp, and it's important to have a non-stick skillet to where in between batches you can go to the sink and knock off any of the, pay attention to me.
I am paying
Okay,
attention.
knock off any of the extra black side stuff there, any of the overcooked food. Once you get a feeling of it being good and black, there you go. Get the char there, mix around. I'm not going to add any oil when I do the flip. Just mix around there. So this is why I say sometimes you need extra sauce. So depending on how many you're making, I made 10 here. That soaked up quite a bit of my sauce. I'm going to move this closer to me while that cooks. I'm going to get all the rest of this sauce into my deer burger, venison burger, or beef burger, if that's what you're using. That didn't go very far. I used quite a bit of it. So Cameron,
Yeah.
I'm going to have you put about half a can of the enchilada sauce in there, just to give it a little more saucy. I want to commend Cameron on her hard work this week. For those that followed us for a while, we've had a hard time figuring out the trouble it's been, even though we need it because it is smoky.
Okay.
I hope you all have good fans in your house.
There it is.
But I want to commend her. She developed the website to where we could post the menus better, to where you could actually view the menus.
Yeah.
It took me just to now to realize that unless you have some
Super eyes.
supernatural vision, there's no way you're able to see our menus. So we aren't going to have a ton of sauce in our burger here. That's fine. Most of the sauce is in the enchiladas themselves, in the tortillas themselves. I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to get all I can in here.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You have a better idea?
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay. That's all right. It's going to taste great. I promise you this. I promise you that.
I promise you everything, and that's all that.
Anyway, I'm very appreciative of Cameron's work on that website. She's obviously the brains of the bunch. I'm just on the show for my good looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Okay, you stir that around, Cameron, and I'll get this around the plate. Get a nice pretty plate for everyone.
Trying to get the meat on the side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a nice, healthy helping of meat.
Yes, you are.
Yep, on each one. 2 of these will feed each of us. Pull that across and make it pretty.
Pretty.
I call these tacos, but they are definitely something you eat with a fork.
Or else they can be really messy.
Huh?
If you ate them with your hands, it'd be very messy.
Yep. Your cilantro. Get your onion. And then these avocados, as you know, as all of you know that have watched the show, I love avocados. I don't know if I love avocados any more than I love with this dish, because they just go so well with the smoky taste of the enchilada sauce. All right, make it look pretty, Cameron.
Alrighty. Hopefully you can see that. They look beautiful.
They do look beautiful.
great.
Don't taste better than they look even.
Yes.
We can make them look pretty though.
Yes. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video. Bye!